Right, so this is one of the advanced monkstrap courses. Okay, so we are going to be representing this shoe right here on this last, and thereafter we are going to interpret and make the shoe. Of course, you might experience some slight differences in what we have here and here. Okay, the reason being that uh, I did not originally make this. This is from, I, I can see the name now, but by the time we are done and we um, before we start the class properly, right, we are going to, I mean, yes, we are going to show you what exactly we did first. That is, after we concluded the course, we are going to show you the end result, and that will be like a guide to you. But right now, this is what we want to try and interpret here. The reason why it might not be exact is because, first of all, we have different last shape here. This is more of pointed, and uh, it's quite a bit narrow here. Okay, but the last we have right here is it's quite a bit wide and flat. Okay, and and the other thing, the other reason why it might not be the same is the, is the fact that I didn't draw this. Okay, and even if I drew this, if I made this, if I'm to make it again, it's a piece of art. I might want to adjust some things or add some things. So even if this is a size 43 anyway, if I by the time I'm done drawing the size 43 of this, by the time I want to draw the size 42, there will be some slight differences. Okay, you might not be able to point them out, but of course there should be some differences in terms of uh, at the measurements used. So we try as much as possible to make sure we arrived at this shoe right here with the most little difference possible. Okay, so we are going to be representing this on this, and you need a biro, a pencil, sharp mouth, a an eraser. You probably need a ruler, but not at this stage, of course. Then you need a tape. If you have a wide one, it's very good. If it's the tiny one you have, it's also okay. Then you need buckles. Okay, so one of those things that will be different is the buckle type. This buckle type is quite bigger and longer than this. Okay, so let's start pointing out the differences already. But um what else will you need? I think uh, uh that's all. You will need a screen such as this, maybe a telephone or a smartphone, be able to do, or a picture, maybe you snap and maybe you printed it out, something, a guide, okay, that will help you draw, that you that you look at while you draw here. So that's about all that you need. Then, having done that, let me quickly get you familiar with the project we are onto right now. Now this is, if you follow through the introduction we made for the general monkstrap class. Now this kind of monkstrap fell under the category of the advanced monkstraps. Okay, and one thing I want to quickly remind you of is this kind of monkstrap is sort of uh, Oxford origin, or let me say Oxford derived monkstrap. The regular are usually Derby derived, but this is quite more Ozonian or Oxford than the rest, being that the the strap bearing quarter and the non-strap bearing quarter are both uh, sewn under the vamp. They are both stitched under the vamp. Okay, and the vamp itself is stitched under the toe cap. Right, so that's the relationship here makes it Oxford derived, right? Just like quarter is under the vamp. That's just what I'm trying to talk about. Now, another thing here is uh, the kind of quarter you see here, or the strap and quarter you see here. Look at the way it is on this side, right? Can I come closer? Why not? Okay. All right. So, uh, look at this vamp right here is extended towards the back. In fact, it will get to the entire back, the very back of the shoe. And as such, you are going to stitch it down. You are going to join the arm of the vamp, which is this part and this part. Okay, so this part that is hidden here that the camera can show is this part. Okay, so we have this part and this part. This part on the other, on this shoe, is on the other side behind the buckle. So this is the buckleless and this is the buckled side. Okay, just just follow the terminology. It's not really um, it's not a great term to use, but just understand. So this is buckled side and the buckleless side. Okay, we I'm just supposed to call it the lateral and the medial side, but let's just make it buckled side, buckleless. Now, the vamp arm on the buckle side, the vamp arm on the buckleless side, they are both going to be stitched together at the back. All right. So let me quickly point out one different thing we are going to be doing. Now, for our own diagram, the vamp arm is going to cross over the back and come here, then we'll stitch it around here. So we are not going to have any stitching line showing at the back, or otherwise if we want it to be so. But that is only going to take effect during pattern interpretation. All right. Yeah. Um, so we have an extended vamp, then we have a short quarter starting from the back, also joined at the back. Otherwise, if you don't want to join them, you want it to be continuous, you can also have it that way. But this is short vamp, quarter. See the top line to this part, it's quite short. It has double stitches running on the vamp and also on the toe cap. Let me show you. Double stitches here, double stitches here. Okay, while on the other part, every other part is single stitch, right? Then it features two double, two, I mean, two buckles. Okay, so it's a double monk strap. Look at the way the buckles are positioned. One is pointing downward while the other one is pointing towards the the body, like this one. So we have something like, I can demonstrate it right now. So one is pointing downward, the other one is pointing towards the back of the shoe. All right. Uh, it has a toe cap to it, and the toe cap is not very long, it's quite short. Okay, so we are also going to make our own as short as possible and reasonable. It has this part here. See this hole here, and this, I mean, this thread here. Can you see? Yeah, this thread here. That is the um. So when you look at debuts, there's a part called the trench. Yeah. So this is more like the trench in this um. I mean, was it in this monk strap? All right. Uh, if you look at the back, it has this tiny piece covering the back. This tiny piece right here, can you see it? Yes, can I show it some more? It will be clear enough. This tiny piece. It looks like the dog tail, but it's not a dog tail. Okay. So that's just all. That's just all with this shoe. So the next couple of videos or section will be on drawing this on our own last, and as well as interpreting the pattern, interpreting the lining pattern, uh, cutting out the material, skiving the material. um, we are not going to show you the skiving of this material, okay? But the reason being that we are going to provide you videos on how to skive. We are just going to point out where to skive, and we proceed to joining the materials together, clicking. Then afterwards, we join the lining also. Then we finish the hopper. Then we are going to provide you with uh, a detailed lasting course. Right? So that's that's all. That's all we are going to be showing you in this advanced course. And by the time we are done with this advanced course, there's another one you can also uh, check out, another advanced one. But uh, you must have seen the simple monk strap first before this. So that is a prerequisite. Is it prerequisite? Yeah, more like a prerequisite to this. You require that before you get to this. Otherwise, this will be too complex for you to take in. And one other thing I will advise is this: make sure that you watch this video more than once, please. Not this very one, the part where we draw the pattern. Make sure you watch it more than once. After watching more than once, peradventure the third one, you must have tape up your last and draw along. Draw each part, pause it, draw, pause, draw, pause. Do you understand? Until you are done and you are able to achieve whatever it is we are going to show you. Be sure we are not going to show you something terrible. Okay. All right. So Um, as soon as you are able to draw that, I will advise you do for the two legs, you know, last common pair, the right, left and the right. So the other one, draw it without having to follow each step, pause and play. Do you understand? Just draw it at the stretch, try and understand it. If you don't get it, watch again, then draw it at the stretch again. Do you understand? Yeah. So uh that will make you know if you've gotten whatever it is that we are going to show you, or it will point out hidden things right here. So you'll be able to ask your question as soon as possible before this course ends. Because as soon as we release the course, it will be time bound. Okay, you have to ask for your question within the time band. So by the time you're done asking the question, we'll provide you the answer. But if you come later to ask questions when the time band has elapsed, I, I really don't know if we have the luxury to answer those questions, because we'll enjoy answering collective questions. When this one asks, that one asks, we'll provide answers. Okay, so without no more further talks, let's just start the course properly. So you're welcome on board yet again. My name is Isaac Johnson. Yeah, the chief designer of the show. All right, so uh, stick along and enjoy this course. So have a wonderful time. See you in the course. Thank you.